Welcome back, guys. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make some HD leads with Acorn nuts. Let's go and take a look.
Are you listening? Damn.
Right then, we've just fitted our spec distributor. Hope you can just see it in the shot down there. And it's time to make some HD leads. Now, obviously, being a 1950s Austin Healey, we have the make your own style with the Acorn nuts on the end. Now I'm struggling to find a video online, and that's either because I'm not looking hard enough, or because it's so simple that nobody needs to know, or because it's so niche that it doesn't matter. But I'm going to put a little video together for you, because you never know, it may help someone in the future, and it may have helped me if I would have been able to find it today. So let's go and have a little look at what we've got, and then we'll make some leads. Nice new set of NGK plug leads and coil lead. Now again, as I say guys, Acorn nuts on the end, because they're not the conventional, like you'd expect, push-on types. So we've got 5 leads in total, 4 for the plugs of differing lengths. So we've got a standard firing order, obviously 1, 3, 4 and 2. So let's pop them on, see what suits, size them up, and then we can cut them down to length if we need to make them look pretty. And then don't worry, we are going to paint them afterwards, because without the white paint in the NGK, yeah, they just don't look the same, do they? They just don't look the same. So there we go. That is, short of giving them a little tweak to make them line up, that is how they will sit and appear on the car. Now that looks kind of cool, but something tells me that I want to shorten number 4 just so that it sits more like this, because that's just me being a bit fussy. So let's get some side cutters, cut them down, and then make it all fall in line a little bit better, because we still need enough slack in the lines that when we move our distributor for our timing, we don't want it so tight that we haven't got any play whatsoever. So say, just nick the tiniest little bit out of that, so we've still got room to move the dizzy. Little trim on number 4 and the coil, and that all sits down quite nicely now. Might run that one under there potentially. That's the problem with something that's all over the place like this, is you want to make it perfect, but you just, you've got to just walk away. Just walk away and leave it and be happy with it. Let's head on over to the bench, pop one of these out, and then I'll show you how to make your leads up. What have we got, and what will we need? We will need a nice new scalpel, a steel rule to measure our 1/4 inch of bareback. That sounded a bit wrong, probably should change that. And a nice sharp Stanley knife. Now then, we're going to start with number 1. We've got the Acorn nut, which threads into the where does it go into? Distributor cap. Of course it does. There we go. And we've got a little copper washer at the bottom with a hole in it. Now then, this HT lead has obviously got the insulator around the outside. Hope you can see that. And then we've got a multi-stranded cable, well, a multi-stranded wire inside. Now what we're going to do, as per the original workshop manual, I will pop a little picture around about here to show you what I've followed. We're going to measure back 1/4 inch or 6 millimeters if you're living in the future as opposed to living in the past. We're going to bare that back with either our knife or our scalpel, and we're going to cut into the outer, and we're going to bare it down, and then we're going to be very, very careful when we get to the core inside the strands, because we don't want to cut them or damage them or weaken them in any way. So let's get that one chopped and removed, and then I'll show you what's inside. Don't worry, we'll time lapse this. I'm not going to make you watch me cut 1/4 inch off of a HT lead. It's fine. So there we go. We have cut, can you see that? Yes you can. We've cut 1/4 of an inch off of the outside of the HT lead to leave the inner core exposed. I went slightly over 1/4 of an inch because the original lead was cut on a slight slant, so I'll get some side cutters, cut that down to 1/4 of an inch, and then we can pop our little washer on the end, and then I'll show you what we'll do next. Now then, we have our little copper washer, which we pop. No we don't, no we don't. Don't forget your nut, acorn nut first, because the washer is bigger than the hole in the end of here. So then, acorn nut, don't forget, pop that one over the top, like so, and then what we want to do is we want to splay back that core evenly around our washer. Let's have a go, and I think we might have to lose these gloves, because as much as they keep your hands clean, pain in the ass. There we go. Right, try not to get too OCD, otherwise you'll be here for, I don't know, about 3 hours per HT lead. Happy days. Now we'll pop over to the distributor and then we'll screw it in, and then obviously the acorn nut will push down against the washer, which will then hold these little splayed ends against the contact inside the cap. Happy days. Let's go and have a look. There we go. Hope you can see this. And nip her up. Dee 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 dee. That one goes on there. And a little tug test. Oh yes, she good. Nice and tight. 3 more and we're done. So there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the coil all fitted up and ready to go. Now, as I said earlier, those NGK letters would look a hell of a lot better if they were white. Let's just quickly paint them. Sorted. That'll do. So there we go. A nice, straightforward midweek episode to just ease our way through the week. If you're new to the channel, guys, and you're wondering what all the fuss is about and what we're up to, make sure you head over and catch up with our videos, get yourself up to speed, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any updates. Now, for those of you who were saying, those letters went really well, James, how on earth did you do that? Well, we've already got a video on recess lettering, and I'll post a link in the description so you can head on over and give that a watch too. As always, guys, have a wonderful week, take care of yourself, and I will see you at the weekend. It's going to be a good one. Take care.